Fears are being compounded by pervasive lack of trust in this president, fueled by adversarial relationships with the truth that he continues to have. Our government's ability to respond effectively has been undermined by hollowing out our agencies and disparagement of science.
Okay. Do you remember when Joe Biden was vice president? 2009, he said this about the swine flu.
But if a member of your family came to you, no, Mr. Vice President, if a member of your family came to you and said, look, I want to go on a commercial airliner to Mexico and back within the next week, would you think it's a good idea?
I would tell members of my family, and I have, I wouldn't go anywhere in confined places now. It's not that it's going to Mexico, it's you're in a confined aircraft. When one person sneezes, it goes all the way through the aircraft.
Now, then the Obama press secretary had to walk it back and apologize for Biden's reckless comments.
My other question has to do with remarks that Vice President Biden made this morning on television. Representatives of the travel industry have accused the Vice President of coming close to fear-mongering because of his comments, and I'm wondering if you wanted to clarify or correct or apologize for the remarks that he made.
I think what the Vice President meant to say was the same thing that, again, many members have said in the last few days, what he said and what he meant to say.
With all due respect, and I sympathize with you trying to explain the Vice President's comments, but that's not even remotely close to what he said. He was asked about if a member of his family...
Jake, I understand what he said, and I'm telling you what he meant to say, which was that obviously if anybody was unduly alarmed for whatever reason, we would apologize for that. And I hope that my remarks and the remarks of the people at the CDC and Secretary Napolitano have appropriately cleared up what he meant to say.
Now, Bernie Sanders claims that the reason things are so bad here is because we have too many private insurance companies.
And bottom line here is in terms of Medicare for all, despite what the Vice President is saying, what the experts tell us is that one of the reasons that we are unprepared and have been unprepared is we don't have a system. We got thousands of private insurance plans. That is not a system that is prepared to provide health care to all people. In a good year, without the epidemic, we're losing up to 60,000 people who die every year because they don't get to a doctor on time. And clearly this crisis is only making a bad situation worse.
As Joe Biden pointed out, there is a system in Italy. And look at their coronavirus situation. Now, Bernie Sanders also confirmed that his Medicare for All plan will cover illegal aliens.
I have been criticized because the proposal for Medicare for All that I introduced includes making sure that undocumented people are also covered. And right now, we have the absurd situation where undocumented people who try to do the right thing, they're sick, they want to go to the doctor, they don't want to spread this disease, are now standing and thinking about whether ICE is going to deport them. So one of the things that we have to do is to make sure that everybody feels comfortable getting the health care that they need. That should be a general principle above and beyond the coronavirus.
So illegal aliens will be getting health care.